Everyone doing? All right. All righty. This is looking pretty good. How's everyone doing? All right. Can we upgrade? That is the real question. We're about to find out. We are about to find out whether k0s can upgrade. A tool for updating your k0s controller and worker nodes using specialized plans. There's a public update server hosted on the same domain as the documentation site. See the example below to use it. There are several single channels. We don't need autopilot. Although this sounds kind of nice. Not going to lie. Not going to lie. Maybe we should try this, but I don't think that we can try this right now. I think we need to... we are currently on 124. So what we need to do is see if we can upgrade to 125. I think we have to step one by one. So let's check it out. Let's see upgrading here. Wait, where's upgrading? Where's upgrading? Install. Oh, it's under install. There we go. Okay. So what we can do here, I think, is we can just update the version in our manifest file. And I think that should actually just do it in theory. So that's what we're going to see. We have a Kubernetes cluster. Let's check it out. Okay. We're in the, I guess this. Oh, you guys can't see it because I need to upgrade it so that you guys check it out. I need it so that my face doesn't block anything. And right now, when my face isn't on there, you guys can't hear me because I accidentally tied my microphone to my camera. My OBS setup is not great. Anyways, we're not on the right cluster, so let's switch that really quickly. That's not what I meant. k0s is actually what I meant. There we go. Let's make sure. We have this one that's kind of being a booger. I'm not sure why. Every single time I restarted, it doesn't look like it went down for any particularly good reason. Like, it looks like it just lost power or turned off, but I'm not sure why. So we might have to remove this one from the cluster and investigate it some. What we'll try... We will try to upgrade the cluster with one node being down, and then see if we can't get that one node to catch back up when it does rejoin. Sounds fun. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Okay. Right. We need this configuration file. Describes the desired state of the cluster when you pass the description to... Cool. So that's what we're going to do here. Let's jump into that code. This is, let's see, null cloud deployments. That's where we're going. And deployments, and I think it's under infra here. Yeah, k0s right there. Let's just vim it out here and look at these really quickly. I think this is the one. This is the one and only. All right. So I think if I'm reading this correctly, all we have to do is change the current desired one. Now, I don't know if we can skip. But that's actually what I want to do. I want to go from I'm at 124. I want to go from 124 to 125. And then I want to go from 125 to 127. And I want to see how that works. So that's what we're going to do. Let's see, what version do we want to go to? We want to go to 125.14. 125.14. Let's see. Wait, did I okay. I accidentally changed. Then I guess we can just k0s SCTL. Apply. Let's try it. All right, should I go try to start that node? Yeah. All right, that's what I'm going to do. We're going to go start it. I feel like to give this a fair chance of working, I need to go fix that really quickly. It's in a closet that my cat really likes to get into, and he's not allowed into it. So, if you hear some yelling and screaming, that's me trying to keep the cat out. The problem with this closet is that he jumps on the furnace and then up into the cold air return of the furnace. And you can't get him out. And he doesn't want to get out. It takes like hours, and you can't. If you need to turn the heat on, it would scare me to turn the heat on because there's like fans and stuff. So, just kind of gotta bum it out. Let me go try to slide into this closet really quickly. He's sleeping, so hopefully it's okay. Stay laying right there. You stinker. You're a stinker. Oh. It's causing trouble. He's a troublemaker. Say hi. I gotta go take him upstairs. I'll be right back. Oh, I see. I see. All right. Let's see if that did it. Uh-oh. Maybe I was messing with the wrong one. Maybe. Oh. Oh. Null server 1 is ready now. Null server 2 isn't. Let's give it just a second. Let me go try restarting that one. Did I fix or did I break things? Ooh, look at all that. Nice. All right. I think what we probably should do before all of this is to upgrade the individual things. For all of you that are saying this could be done in Tmux on all three of them at all the same time, You are absolutely right. It could be done that way. It could be. You are absolutely correct. I might have lost connection to the null server 1. It's not typing. Yeah. I have a bad feeling about this. Did it already crash on me? Something's wrong with the machine. Something is wrong with the machine. That's not going to work. I just rebooted the control plane. So now my question is, there's actually stuff that runs on this one. And I'm wondering if that's part of the problem. Like something that's running on it is causing the issue. I don't know. Being a headless system, it's a little painful to know. Now, one of the things that I need to set up on these is the auto reboot. Auto reboot would be fantastic. Right now, I have not a reboot. All right. Let's see. SH 10.1.2.3. I need to put that into a config. All right, and then when I do the upgrade on this, I'm going to restart that one. All right. Be right back. Going to restart that one. Okay. Okay. Now we should be able to, you know what, just, we're just gonna not press that button. Yes, kill that. All right. Come on. Is it all up to date already? No. We only ran update. We didn't do all of this. It should have had the same nonsense, right? Oh, this is beautiful. Each time this thing reboots. This is somewhat horrifying, actually. Oh no. Look at this time. It's doing this every few seconds. Do you know what we're going to do? We're going to do what? Sudo journal ctl vacuum. What is it? Vacuum. Is it vacuum time? What? We'll do 5 days. We'll do 10 days. That was 4 gigabytes of archived journals. Nice. All right. This still feels wrong to me. Let's see. How would I validate that it's up to date with the other ones? Ew. That's not what I meant at all. I don't know why I got out of it to get back into it, but all right. Let's see. Welcome to Ubuntu 2204. Let's exit out of this. It died. It died. Why did it die? Something is very wrong with this one. Something is very wrong with this one. You know what we're going to do, though? We're going to sudo journal ctl vacuum time What is this going to be? We're going to do 10 days. 10D. This looks healthier. Okay, this looks similar. Okay. But yeah, we've died. Perfect. Exactly what I want to see. All right. So I'm wondering if it's something in the Kubernetes deployment. I mean, I don't think it could be the Kubernetes deployment, but I mean like the deployment of Kubernetes, not the things it's running, but actually Kubernetes. That's the only thing that I could think of. There should be nothing else running on that machine. We might need to redo that system. So you know what? Maybe we'll just do it from here. All right. I think we will just use this. Yeah, okay. And we'll just run this. So all we have to do here is this. We just need to apply this. Yeah. Okay. Are we ready? I'm going to go restart that one now while this is going. Haha, it connected. So that's interesting. K0s is going to connect to all of them before it starts the upgrade. I think that's probably fair. You have to have a healthy cluster before trying to upgrade. Now, will it crash before it upgrades? I don't know. We'll see. Part of me thinks that this, don't want to say that I'm doubting my machines, but that one seems to be not doing well. I really think If I get the time this week, I'm going to just reset it. I think I'll just reset it. Oh, look at that. I was invited. Wait. It said upgrade successful? Sorry, I was reading Twitter. Now, if it was something with the node in the Kubernetes installation, in theory, this should fix it, right? I think, but it seems to have hung. So now I'm worried. I love this. Upgrading one workers in parallel. That's awesome. That's awesome. I don't think they understand what parallel means. Oh, I bet you the stream's a little choppy if it's downloading stuff. I bet you the stream's a little choppy. What we should be doing is checking on our cluster. Look at that. 125, 125, 124. It's upgrading them in parallel, one at a time. It's doing the one at a time parallel. I love it. All right. I love it. All right. We're at 125. Is everything still working? You know what? We should be able to test this. Are we ready to see? Let's check it out. A website, basically zero downtime. Zero downtime. That's what you love to see. Zero downtime updates. All right. Another interesting thing here is tentatively, null server 1 is fixed. Tentatively. It's run for longer than it has for a while. should we try skipping? So instead of going from 125 to 126, should we just try to go to 127? I can actually hear the poor little fans of my motherboards in there. And yes, these are just laptop motherboards. If any of you had questions about how pro this setup is, it's pro. I'm going to do it. Let's do it. Vim k0s. This will probably work. That's how much faith I have in the k0s team. We're just going to find 127.6. That is the version we're going for. 127. Did I say 0.6? I think I said 0.6. Let's check that out. 127.6. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's check. Our node is still up and kicking. What a trooper. What a trooper. We're going to apply this. We're going to let it upgrade. And then we're going to see about updating the node again, because I feel like it's still not updated. Their poor little fans are really going. They're really working on that hard? I feel like not. I feel like... Actually, let's do this. Let's look at this. Let's see. It's the null server 1. Ooh. Ooh. Twitch alerts are down. I know why they're down. I know why they're down, by the way. I will fix that. I would have $5 on that. The init container is failing. And the init container is failing because Lightstream, yeah, isn't doing its init thing. Yep. Yep, I called this one. A couple days ago, I got a message that said that I don't know why, but so Lightstream synchronizes our database to the cloud. And I got a thing that said that something with my account needed my attention. I ignored it. Probably needed my attention. I'll look into that. All right, let's apply this. We're going to skip a version. So we're going to go from 125 to 127. Are we still up? Are we still up? We are. Maybe that fixed our problem. That's pretty cool. Here we go. This has worked really, really well. This is the third time I've upgraded. I initially installed it at 123, I guess. Yeah, I've only done one update. So I'm fairly impressed. This kind of seems to have fixed the null server 1 issue. I'm wondering if there was something bad with its Kubernetes install. It's really weird because like the machine shuts down, but it almost acts like it shuts down naturally. There's no so this is good. We're seeing things go not ready because oh, look at this. The control plane went to 127.6. Look at that. Nice. The new control plane's already ready. That's so much faster. Like so fast. So then it's disabled scheduling on null server 1. Let's see what it's saying in the logs. I love how it's upgrading 1 workers in parallel. 1 at a time is not parallel. We're gonna have to talk about them. Talk to them about that. All right. What is it doing? It's starting the upgrade on the null server 1. Yeah, sorry, Dutch. It's really sorry about that. I'm not sure there's much that I can do. I do need some quality of service on. This is the problem. The things that need the quality of. I actually do have quality of service. I just have my servers as part of the highest, like, they should have the highest bandwidth quality with my desktop. What I really need to do is container registries. I need to do restrictions on container registries. Look at that. Look at that. You saw the pods going up. Check this out. You'll see the pods drop off. This is actually a really cool view of this. So they disabled the scheduling. You're going to see them flush the server. That's what they're doing. And then when you saw this come on, it was 0 when it first came in. And then it slowly, started deploying all the things. And then it became ready at the right version. And we skipped a version. Not only that, we watched this entire thing happen. Now, there was hiccups when everything went red. And when everything went red was because the API server was down. So that was how K0s was basically saying it lost connection. But upgrade successful on 122, and now it's starting on this. I bet you it's downloading right now, which might mean my thing's choppy. I'm sorry. So for the quality of service, we'd have to... Look, we were at 7 pods. We're at 6. These are taking longer to shut down than I would expect. I don't know. These are just some of the control plane, like, I don't know. No, I don't use a local. Well, I do use a local Docker registry, but I don't stage everything in a local Docker registry, if that's what you're asking. Basically, I could do like a cache, is what you're saying. Yeah. This was not staged. This was real. I wouldn't want you guys to feel like it was staged. My goodness. No. We do everything in production. Literally, this is production. We're doing it in. Check it out. Still serving the website. Up. Is it ready? It's still reporting the wrong... Oh, there we go. There we go. Nice. Honestly, that was pretty amazing. I'm not going to lie. That was pretty amazing. All right. Yes, this is red, and this is red on purpose because it's tainted, so like it can't run on the places that it wants to run. You can see it's running on this one and this one. Oh wait, no, it can run here. It should run here. Never mind. There's one that's tainted. Basically, it can't run on the control plane, but it's trying to run 3 replicas, and I only have 3 nodes. I believe that must be this one. So it can't actually get scheduled. That's why it has NA here. It's never getting scheduled because it can't get scheduled. What I need to do is this is a 5-step plan to not have a bad stream when I'm upgrading. And this is my 5-step plan. Get ridiculously famous on Twitch. Buy a new house somewhere where I can get fiber. Have a stream that doesn't suck and get more famous. That's the 5-step plan in 3 steps. I couldn't make it 5 steps. That was it. My internet here is fine. So the worst part about it is to have a static IP address. To have a static IP address, I have to have business class internet. And the worst part about business class internet is they charge me double for a quarter of the internet. Not even joking. It's like a quarter of what you'd get without that. So I don't know. I don't know. The other thing I could do is possibly do 2 lines. Do the business and do a personal. So like my computer just runs on the personal one, and then the servers, like not even just 2 networks. Like I've said, I have 3 networks, but actually 2 lines, but that gets expensive. You could get a DNS entry in your ISP host name. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what and then like I could in theory do all of this and like there's 2 options. We have like a easy. Thank you, Dutch. Thank you, Dutch, for driving the easy. That will always work. That will have no problems. So my problem with the DMZ through to the server is that doesn't really work with my current Cloudflare setup because Cloudflare has to connect directly to my Kubernetes cluster to do the secure handshake to that ingress. I could probably do that though without the Kubernetes portion and then just bridge that. So yeah, it'd be fine. Never mind. It'd work. Easy. The other thing is I have thought about just... It's so expensive, though. Just buy colo space. So my problem with colo space is right now, what you're experiencing here... What you're experiencing here, these nodes, bless their little hearts, are old framework laptop motherboards that I got. So they got like new ones, and people were getting rid of their old ones and selling them for dirt cheap. I want to say it was like the 13-inch, but it was like I was getting the motherboards. But like, okay, this is what you can buy the 11th gen for new, and I was getting them for like $150. The 11th gen motherboards. So they're just motherboards in there. Oh, so I can't really co-locate what I have because I got cheap. Now, I think it's amazing for $150 getting an i7 because I got the i7 with a couple cores. I mean, we can. I mean, let's see. You know, we have. I thought it would put it here. I guess not. You know, we have 8 cores, 8 threads, 4 cores, however you want to look at it. The E cores, the 8 E cores, and 32 gigs of memory. I couldn't be happier. They're quiet. They're really nice for home servers. They're power efficient. They're super power efficient. The draw these things have is barely anything if you're not actually using their CPU. But I can't co-locate them. Like they don't let me mount motherboards into the. You know what I could? Okay. You know what I could do? I could buy like just the server, like a 1U rack mount, and mount these inside of it. Oh, sweet. Sweet goodness. I'm going to get that sweet penny from you. Just buy a shell and throw my motherboards in there and then mount that. Oh, what a YouTube video. What a YouTube video. Okay. So I would love to get some servers to. At your previous gig where we started, I'm pretty sure we literally got hand-me-downs. Oh, really? If I could get my hands on one of those, I would probably do that. I think the one place near us, Igloo. 1 second. Cone of silence here. Cone of silence. I don't want to accidentally show my address. Yeah, if you're a real startup, yeah, so like near where I live, we have places like this. I would probably do this for $400 a month. I get a whole cabinet with gigabit internet. You know? That's not bad. 42 U's? That's not bad. This is not near where I live, but there's one like this near where I live. I picked this so that I didn't dox myself, like I'm prone to doing. But yeah, like I would do this. Honestly, $400 a month that doesn't cover their power. Honestly, that doesn't cover their power. If I ran them, real servers, 42 U's of them, would cost more than $400 in power alone. I think you can, generally these are like your first rack, and then they're more expensive after that. Like, it gets you on their data centers or whatnot. But, I think this would be fun. If there's somebody out there that wants to donate me hardware to make the null cloud on, I'm willing to take it. I will do it. I will accept it. The burden. Just contact me. Reach out to me. I will take your 5-year-old hardware. I don't need fancy new hardware. All right, so that was incredibly easy. And everything is still working. Check it out. That's awesome. I'm pretty excited. Now, it doesn't look like they support 128 just yet. The other thing that they have here is auto updates. I feel like this is pretty awesome. Basically, you tell it how often to update, and it does like safe auto updates. I say safe. Who knows how safe auto updates are, but this is kind of cool. I gotta check out the k0s CTL command. It was pretty simple. Okay, well, that was cool. That was super cool. I'm happy. I am very happy with that. So I think I would need to do air gapped to do it easy on my internet. Oh, the other thing that I could do, we were talking about like actually co-location, but what is it? I think it's this Voltar. 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 Voltar? 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 I don't know how to pronounce it. But one thing these guys do have is they have bare metal. Their bare metal is not cheap. This is basically what I have currently for $120 a month, which it doesn't feel super cheap considering like I paid about $120 for my motherboard, which is what hurts. But it does get 10 gigabits of network. I have to think of something better. Oh, okay, so I guess this is where I'm coming from. I would love to make a video. I'm really close to getting a lot of everything working and like having people sign up and use it. But I got to make it cheap enough. But I also have to make it professional enough to just not keel over and have problems because they're on stupid. Literally, it's just these things. I did 3D print a plastic holder to bolt it to the wall. They don't even have Ethernet connector, so I had to get USB-Cs to Ethernet. But you just can't beat them for $150. Just couldn't beat it for $150. And see, worst case, to really run this, I would need like a HA control plane. So I would need 3 of these. And I would need these to run the workloads on, right? And this has 16 threads. Assuming that everybody needs 0.1 of a thread, so there's like can be 10 deployments per core or per thread. So if there can be 10 deployments per thread without thrashing the machine too terribly, that means this could support 160 people on it at $350. So 100 people would cost me $350. Plus the control plane, of course. I have no idea how I'm going to launch this for people. I have no idea. I think I'll just launch it on this crappy hardware. But it's kind of crappy. I am loving k0s though. So, dude, I don't know if you were here. Let me show you what we did. We came in here. This is like basically the manifest file we defined our cluster as. And this is, this is the control plane. It's a controller and worker. This is the worker, and this is a worker. And we just came in here and changed the version. First, we went from 124 to 125. And then we went from 125 to 127.6. And all you did is just this. k0s CTL apply. And this applies the k0s CTL YAML. And it just figures out where it needs to go. It's pretty awesome. And everything is working. I did do a sudo apt update because it doesn't manage the OS hardware. It's managing the Kubernetes cluster, unfortunately. Right? And it runs Kubernetes in containers, so it doesn't actually care about what the OS has installed. In fact, mostly it doesn't have it. The OSs don't have anything installed. There's something fishy going on with this one. I might have to actually reset it because it's not upgrading like it should. Let's see. It's 515.78. I think that's behind. Yeah, 515.48 is the kernel it should be on, not 78. 84, I mean. So something is wrong with null server 1. And I think I don't know. I probably could stick around and figure it out. But I think I might just reinstall it. Didn't have anything in the logs, but it acts funny every once in a while. Every once in a while, it just shuts down. And it's kind of unpredictable with that. But yeah, k0s basically runs everything as like a immutable container. Except for the kubelet. It does install that as a binary. The kubelet and I don't know about Docker, how it does Docker. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's just a thing to create and manage Kubernetes cluster. The other nice part is because we have this here, if I started with a new cluster, a new Kubernetes cluster, let's say I got 3 of these machines to have as control planes. Like I got 3 of these. I could just apply this YAML file. Like all I would have to do is update their IP addresses and like I would have the same cluster again. Like I think that's pretty cool. Like I've just described everything I want about my cluster, like what the API port is and whatnot. And I've checked it in as code. I think this is pretty cool. Oh, this is the issue. We're on Ubuntu here, 2204.2, and all the other ones updated to 2204.3. But I don't know why these updated the minor version and this didn't. Like, and it doesn't think that it needs to either. I'm not an apt expert. I'm not a Ubuntu expert either. But no, I don't think I can upgrade the Kubernetes cluster with apt. k0s is its own thing, right? That would kind of break it. Like k0s is managing it, not my OS. It also means I don't have to orchestrate it because like this orchestrated it, cordoned them off and whatnot. All right. That worked pretty well. Let's see. Can we live grep? Is that this? Okay. I thought I noticed a 119. All right. What I was gonna do is I actually got what I wanted to do. I wanted to upgrade the null cloud cluster. We did that. So I am switching over to KPack. Before I switch over to KPack, the last thing that I needed to do here was on app post. There's a resource I don't create yet. Oh, actually, should this do it? Or should the controller do it? I'm thinking the Kubernetes controller should do it. Yeah. What do you mean, Dutch? What do you mean I already swapped over? What more did I was what else was I supposed to do? It already updated I took the Kubernetes up 4 versions in 20 minutes. In an hour. But that was like half reading the documents. Oh, I haven't. No. I have not moved to KPack. I'm working on moving to KPack. I'm working on moving to KPack. That's the. I won't be done for the next 2 weeks. I promise. There's a lot to do that. So one thing that I noticed is when this creates this application, it wasn't creating a service for it. We need a service, a virtual service, and everything like that created for the application. But what I was thinking is, I don't think this should do it. So this is the API server. And the API server is creating this null channel resource, this null application resource. And we have a controller, a container runner controller. And I think this should be the thing that actually creates Kubernetes resources. What do you think? I don't think I didn't check today. But last I checked, I did not get any feedback. Yeah. Have not gotten any feedback. I put a lot of information into it. So basically, let's see. I can delete this. We have this API server here. And it's kind of the monolith. It's kind of a monolith. And right now we have 2 other services. This container builder and a thing over here called a container runner. This is moving to KPack. We're moving to KPack for this. Oh man, that's an R. So this is going to be powered by KPack. This is kind of the thing that takes this manifest. So we created this manifest. API, let's see. This null application spec. Because remember, we want this whole thing where it's like you could have a machine learning model that gets served inside of this. You can have an API server. You could have and you'd want to have everything connected with events, with protobufers. So we started to work on this null application spec that supports this. And so I think this, and what I'm trying to think of right now is when we're running a container, when we're running a thing, I'm going to put a T here for a thing. When we're running this thing, it needs a route to the internet. To the cloud. Drawing 101. Don't learn from me. So it needs a route to the cloud, and we need to create a service here. A service. And we need to create a virtual service. That's an Istio thing. vService. Virtual service. Yeah, active maintainers are pretty nice, aren't they? And so I'm trying to think of what component should own that. I think it's this container runner. Container runner is a horrible name. We need to name this service. We need to name this. Container runner is not it, but it should be this. Because this is kind of like orchestrating the Kubernetes bits. It's like the thing that deals with the Kubernetes bits. This builds containers. This handles all the API requests, and this should be like the Kubernetes fiddler. We could call it the Kubernetes fiddler, but I'm open for names. It's the null operator. Dang it. Dang it, Dutch. I like it. This is the null operator that powers the null cloud. NO. It abbreviates to no. All right, but we're calling it the null operator. Does that make sense, what I'm saying, though, Dutch? I'm just trying to think through it. I think that makes sense. I wasn't actually planning on working on this tonight, but the Kubernetes cluster upgraded so easily. We're just done. I'm going to have to make a video on k0s. I think it's pretty cool. And it worked pretty awesome. How's everybody else that just joined? How are you guys doing? Were you here to see k0s? Because if you were, I upgraded 4 versions of Kubernetes in half hour. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, Dirk, let me show you what I had to do. Just so you see how hard I was working tonight. Just so you know that I was working hard. What I had to do, this is how difficult k0s made it, was I had to come into this YAML file that defines my Kubernetes cluster. And this version was on 124.14 or something like that. And I changed this number to 127.6. I just did the WQ right there. And then I did k0s ctl apply. That was it. Then it took like 10 minutes, kind of screwed up my internet for a little while as it pulled new containers and stuff. But that was it. And now I'm struggling. k0s. We're up and running, and everything's like actually running, which is pretty cool. But it's all up to the latest one. I have not really done that with k0s, and this is on bare metal. Like all of these are bare metal servers in servers. If you're actually wanting to know what hardware I use, that is this right here. So they came out with the main board version 12. And so I bought a bunch of used ones at $150. I bought a bunch of used main boards, or I say a bunch. I bought 3. Because they're power efficient, and they're quiet, and they were cheap. And so the whole null cloud runs on this. Yeah, this is This is Kubernetes. Don't worry, I don't know either systemd or Kubernetes, so you're actually like one up on me. I know both of them probably equally as poorly. So yeah, the null cloud is a bunch of laptops. Here we go. So I don't know if people would appreciate funny Kubernetes and software engineering videos. I wanted to make a funny 50 random facts about Kubernetes you didn't know video, where I just am like very monotone. Like it's like the joke is it's to help you go to sleep, where I just say a bunch of like really esoteric things about Kubernetes. I don't know if people would find that funny though. This is probably also not your favorite, because if you look at this, we don't even have this is going to be fun. Part of this is powered by stateful sets, which is broken right now. This one's broken, but it's broken on my fault. So yeah, you get stateful sets in there. And we do have some replica sets. I'm glad that you knew what a replica set was, though. That's for our front end deployment. But don't worry. Most of our stuff is like, we have some load balancers. Ooh, we did bare metal load balancers. This is actually, I'm pretty proud of this. So if you check out services, you can see that this is actually a type of load balancer, and it actually has an external IP address, and we can actually go to this IP address. Like it's now it's external to the Kubernetes cluster. It doesn't actually have external to the internet. Now we can actually get external to the internet. This is what it looks like. There's not much served there. This is, if there was a Twitch alert, it would be here. That's what this is. Which is pretty cool, because that's actually what shows up in the thing, because that's where it is. What we use is metal LB. So we have like bare metal load balancers. Let's see. Let's go to all here, and you can see actually if you go to the null cloud here, if you go to null cloud, this is actually served off of that. But what you can see here is that, let's see, where, give me a second. Okay, here we have the Istio ingress. So Istio ingress is actually served a external IP address, which is 10.1.1.50. And then we, in the router, in our router, we actually have that, the ingress in the router going to this load balancer, which could be like assigned to anything. It's not a single machine, because it's a load balance, metal LB load balancer. So basically public internet just gets dumped into Istio ingress, so I can shape it any way I want coming in. I know that like Istio and all of that is like way overkill, but like it does empower me to do some really cool things that I get really excited about and like nerding out on. I have fun with this setup, by the way. I don't know if you guys caught that. I think that this is way overcomplicated for Twitch alerts. This is like using a sledgehammer on a nail. 100%. Is it fun? Yes. Yes, it is. I always feel bad because I don't know. So don't worry, Dirk. I'm going to make a video on this, because one of the next things that I want to do is like the whole point of the null cloud is for us to learn all these things together and to understand these things better. and then the other point is for me to start making some YouTube videos that actually like describe this stuff really well, because like half the time on stream, I'm just figuring crap out. Like I don't 100% always have, I have a general idea of what I would like to do, not the exact execution. So I almost want to make like hey, here are some of the things. I don't know if you've seen my database videos, like how to make it, like the technology behind a database. But that's kind of what I want to do now is like, let's talk about the technology behind a cloud and how you solve some of these problems. This doesn't mean this is the way to solve it. It just means this is a way and some of the problems you're going to face and the things that you have to think through to do it. Anyways, I like learning, and hopefully I can help people be excited about this type of stuff. Yeah, and you know, I struggle with like the Kubernetes part, because I feel like people adopt Kubernetes when they shouldn't. And so I don't want to encourage people to use Kubernetes when they shouldn't. But I do enjoy having fun with it. And so like it's kind of like a be careful. Okay. I need to rename this folder. Can I do that in here? Like I want to change this from container builder to null operator. Ooh. Let's see if I can figure this out. That's not. Let's see. I think we want to go to here. All right. We can create, copy, close. Is there like rename? Alt R. Do I need to select what I want to rename? Alt. All right. Insert a new name. Not container runner. We're doing null operator. Dude, I have had this, Prolog. I don't know Prolog very well. I don't know Prolog very well. I've always, and this is maybe dumb, but I've always said just Lua. Like, even just something as simple as Lua. I don't know about Prolog, because Prolog could be awesome. I'm not like saying I don't. I'm not saying, oh, I don't know about Prolog as in like I think it wouldn't work. I'm saying I don't understand Prolog enough to. Should I write something in Prolog? Is Prolog really the thing that you want to do configuration with? Wouldn't you prefer? I think I might prefer, just from reading this, Prolog is almost like R, at least what I'm seeing here. Okay. Do you want to do configuration with R or Prolog? Oh, wait. This is a proprietary one, isn't it? Is this one, is this open source? I'll have to give it a shot. I'll have to play around with it. Jitty. I'll do a stream maybe by the end of this year on Prologue. I'll give it a shot. My whole thing is like I kind of would like it to actually be code, not Prologue, Lua. Honestly, probably don't care that much. I don't need to do that complicated of things. Just something that is not YAML. All right, so we have the null operator here now. Cool. I think we're going to have to go through and update some of this stuff. Yeah, like this. I don't know what D-Hall is. What are you guys dragging me into? What is D-Hall? Don't repeat yourself. D-Hall k0s. Can you really do Kubernetes with D-Hall? Okay, but this you could do with any language. You could do this with any language, right? Because like you could take any language and make bindings to generate Kubernetes YAML. Like that's basically all that was saying, is that you could use that application to spew Kubernetes manifest files from D-Hall. It's not that Kubernetes was understanding it. I'll have to look at that more. You guys are introducing me to weird and unusual things. I don't know that I appreciate it much. No, it's fine, Dirk. I mean, how else do you learn about these things unless somebody's like, oh yeah, I also saw about this, so I'm good with it. Actually, I have already finished what I wanted to do tonight. I have another like 15 minutes, so I was just filling it with some time. So I'm happy. All I wanted to do was get that Kubernetes cluster upgraded, and yeah. All right, we shouldn't have anything else. Container runner. Okay, that's just a deployment file that doesn't actually do anything at this point. Let's grep for it. Container runner. Let's see. All right, we have stuff in the tilt file to update. Let's just jump in there and do that. I'm not in the corners of tech. I'll be straight. I'm in the, I don't know, the middle road, middle of the road. I missed this. I was staring right at it. So December, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna do the AI games this December. I'm going to have my followers pick which languages. But we're going to do the winter games for AI with Advent of Code, since they couldn't have been trained on the Advent of Code questions. So I think that's going to be pretty fun. I don't know that I'm going to do every single day. I might. We'll see. We'll see how much interest people have on that. Yeah, the AI winter games. Basically, we're on an ongoing test of which AIs are the best help at helping you code, or are they even helpful? That would be what I have right now. I haven't found them to be that helpful, but all right, wait. This is VIC? No. VIW? No. Nope. I want to select container runner and delete it. Yeah, Dirk, you missed it. We did the summer games, and they were pretty good. We had a lot of lessons. We learned a lot of things on how not to test AIs. And I think the winter games should be fun. We should have fun. Oh, it's the dashes. I hate dashes. I know, I'm the one that makes the dashes. I get it. That was I was meaning to be funny. I love dashes. Maybe I should just make it like all one word, but that makes it weird to do. And I don't like capitals in my file system, which is probably also weird and unusual. I don't know. I don't know what the right thing to do is. Oh my gosh, there is so much stuff with container. Okay, that's just comments. That's just comments. I probably should fix those. Dude, don't get me started on Go. Go doesn't have, like Rust has cargo and C# has NuGet and Go has make because like, but make doesn't support Go. Like, you can't use make. What you have to do is use make with phony and just do stuff with Go. It's the worst. Another point for Rust. I don't like Rust. I don't like make. And the reason I don't like make is because personally I feel if I have to use make, it means the language failed. That's my opinion. You can, but then it's pretty standard to do like make install, right? That has to be a phony. Now, I will acquiesce that my build protos is maybe not useful, but I think make is for building. So I feel like that's what a make file should be. If you want to build the protos, you run make build protos. So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I mean, to me, it makes sense because it's a build thing. We can look at my make file. So like this is just me building proto files. This is the vet and this is the test. I don't even have build in here because I just build a container. And so build is kind of a useless thing to me. Or run. Yeah, mine is 19 lines. Like I said, I don't like make. Oh, you build your container through make? Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Like I said, I generally I use make when there's not a tool purpose made for the thing. I guess is mine. Like make is an we'll agree to disagree on the nice logic. Like I agree with logic. Like it tricks you into thinking it's logical. I don't know. Obviously not as good as Prologue though. Could we really have something as good as Prologue except for Prologue itself? I feel like that's the answer of tonight. Okay, I actually need a find and replace. Does the live grep doesn't allow me to do find and replace, does it? Is there a plugin that lets me do find and replace? Yeah, the protos have to be phony. The protos certainly have to be phony, right? No, because there's a refund. No, because I think I'm getting confused by what you guys are saying. This works. Does it have to be phony? Maybe if I was smarter with make, there doesn't have to be a phony. If I was smarter and understood what you guys were saying. We could get it down to a 17 line. Here. 1 second. I'm going to save us 2 lines. I'm going to save us this one and this one. There we go. You know what? 4 lines. We're down to 15 lines. Check that out. We are of the small makefile clan. We're called small make. I could make it 13 if I knew what you guys were saying. We're just going to change this. Okay, do you guys have like a way to find and replace in NeoVim? Because if you don't, I'm going to power up Visual Studio Code and do it there. Oh, okay. I understand what you're saying. You're saying I can just do this. And then I can undo these. I don't know what you mean by %s combined with argdo. I don't use make, like, remember, guys, you're talking to an originally Windows dev, then a person that's just worked with Kubernetes a lot. So, and a person that has admitted to disliking make files. And buff do. This seems like a Vim thing. Oh, I thought argdo was for the make file. Okay. You guys were super confusing me because I thought this was for the make file. I thought you guys were talking about the make file, and this is why I was getting. Oh. Oh, okay. I was like looking at this and I was like, this has nothing to do with a make file. I don't know how you guys are saying that. Like, I don't know what you mean by buff do. I thought that like the buff was like for proto buffer or something, and there was like something built into make. I was so confused. Yeah. Like that's what I was so trying to put all that together. Okay, well, like I said, I'm an idiot. It's late at night, and you guys were confusing me. All right. So, okay. Argdo. What is argdo? No, that's buffdo. Argdo. Argdo command allows an EX command across all buffers in the arg list. To demonstrate, we'll use the example running a substitute command across multiple files. Then we'll see how to revert the saved or save the changes. We'll also compare the argdo and buffdo command and consider it appropriate for each one. Oh, you think it's buffdo? Sometimes I need to substitute across multiple buffers. For this person, I use buffdo %old new gec. Recently, I noticed that the command fails when there's not is okay. Blah, blah, blah. Obviously, I don't Vim either. I'm learning Vim. All right, so now I understand what you guys were doing. Let's try this. Let's see how bad this does. So we're going to do buff do %s container runner. That's the old. The new is going to be null operator and G. All right, but did that run on all files? Or just ones that I had previously opened? So that didn't actually work on all the ones in this directory. Just the buffers. All right, I'm going to show you guys a secret Vim command. I'm going to show you guys a secret Vim command you have never seen. One second. Just don't look for a little while. I am going to replace. All right. You know what? We'll figure it out in Vim. I won't cheat. Argumentless. Simply open Vim and then use the args. Are we just going to command line this? Is this what it's going to tell us? Because, I mean, we could just do this via the command line. Oh, wait. Here's argdo. Okay. So if we have open buffers, we can use buffdo, which is what we did. I feel like we could combine grep somehow with argdo. Well, I'm wondering because, in my mind here, if I grep, it's going to give... I'm going to have to think of, like, the grep command, because grep is going to give, like, the whole line. And, like, I think that in this, I need to actually get the file out from grep. I'll have to think about this. I think that's the doable thing. But I think for tonight, because I want to get done soon... We'll figure that out though, because what I'd like to do is I think this is a useful thing, find and replace. We're gonna figure it out and make it an actual command that we can reuse. For right now, because I don't want to go to sleep with this looming over my head, I'm gonna find and replace here really quickly because it's super simple. Vimcast has a video about it. Can you post the link? If I learn about it, I don't mind. Yeah, all of it sounds super powerful. This is my problem with Vim. Everything sounds super powerful if you know the 27 million different little subcommands and how to use them. It's a little frustrating at the start here. It's a little frustrating, but where this is like, oh yeah, look, I can, yeah, it looks good. Nice. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. I'm actually just going to do the nuclear option. Replace all. Replace them all. Nice. That probably breaks something, but it'll be okay. We will pretend that was never open. And now we'll do our live grep and look for contain. Beautiful. Wait, what is the answer? Wait. Let me pull this up. Any command that by the quick fix list. Help vim grep. Help grep. All right. Let's test this. I feel like cdo perfectly. Perfectly. I just need another command. That's what I needed. Perfect. All right. So let's do a little test. Let's do a little test of this. What do I have that would be easy to make sure I know is right? We could just do any license file. Yeah, I get it, Dutch. It seems so. This is my take. I have used Vim for the last couple of years to do things like, just random like Git stuff and whatnot, and so single files. I have used Vim for several years for single files. I have never used it as like an editor. And I think it's going to be really powerful once you learn it, but like, man, it's like Rust. The learning curve is a lot steeper than something like VS Code. You open up VS Code and it's like, oh, I want to search. I click the little button and I search and I'm just done. And this is what has gotten me through many good years of software engineering. I think I'll be faster once I learn this, but it's taken a little bit to learn. Like, it's not too hard to learn to like edit a file, especially slowly. Like, okay, I can go up here, I can edit this, I can save. You learned Emacs and Vim at the same time. Oh man. So I'm happy with this. I let's see. Okay, so we can just grep for let's just grep for what are we grepping? No matches found. Where was it? Where was it? Wait. I did it backwards. 1 second. I grep. Oh, there is none in the root directory. In the root directory, there is none, right? Right. So, okay. So we'll just do. I don't know what I want to do. This seems like a bad, whatever. We're looking for something. Let's see, grep. Does this mean it found something? It should have found like 4 files. Does that mean I can do something with those though? So that should populate the quick fix list for every entry of foo found in JS files in the current directory and subcategories. Oh, I can use C window. Okay. I don't know what C window did. Okay, so I think what it was is I didn't escape the curly braces, and maybe that was the problem with grep. So I just did main. So this found stuff. Because the first time I added the not curly braces, I added the open and close paren. And yeah. Also, I don't think so. This is the quick fix list. So now I can do cdo on it with a thing. I don't want to do a cdo right now because cdo or cfdo. Which one? What's the difference? Will populate the quick fix list with an entry for every foo found in JavaScript files in the current directory and subdirectories. I shouldn't have had to do this because it should have searched for the subdirectories, right? So I should have just been able to do star.go, I think, but we'll see. The second install helps cdo and cfdo, which will substitute every foo with bar on each line in the quick fix list and ask for confirmation. With cfdo, if you're super... the cfdo is like force, maybe? So cfdo is just not going to ask for confirmation. Just do it and you'll take it. Okay. Well, I'm not going to actually do anything with this because I just searched for main. My other question, my last question here, maybe you know, Dirk. I searched for, in this, I searched for main. Can I, this should swap anything out in that file, right? Or does it have to be in that line? Or does it have to be exactly the thing I searched for in grep? It would seem weird if it was the thing. To me, it's just this file, and I could switch anything out in the files, but maybe I'm wrong. Next time I'll try this though. I'll try an experiment. But is it matching the files in the quick list? Or is it matching the lines, the words? Okay. All right, I'm going to have to experiment with this. We're going to set up some experiments in not my entire code base. I didn't want to do it on this code base. I'd rather not experiment on this right now, since I do want to check these in. But maybe Thursday we'll set up like just like a 10-minute experiment. Maybe I'll get it set up before then, and we can just do that on stream. Do like a 10-minute experiment to like understand the ins and outs. And I might make that a Mighty Mini Monday, because like maybe a lot of people would be interested in understanding the difference between each option, and just like validating it. And then I'll just make a YouTube video with like, hey, we weren't all quite sure what these would do, and here they are. Oh, you're just killing me. You know what? Every single time you throw out some make and esoteric uh Vim command, I am so gonna throw out an esoteric Kubernetes thing just to make myself feel a little bit better. Oh, I love it that you guys are bringing stuff up. Not the pods. I do keep bringing it up. It's good for me. I'm learning. I will be a Linux engineer one of these days. I know it's crazy. People expect me to know Linux much better than I do because I use i3. I find i3 to be extremely productive because I don't need much out of an OS. Not that I'm good at Linux. All right. All right, I have to get going. It's late. It's almost midnight for me. Thank you for watching me update my Kubernetes cluster and watching me fail at Vim. You call it GNU Linux? See, I don't know. I don't buy into that a whole lot, because if you call it GNU Linux, in my opinion, you would also need to call it Arch GNU Linux Vim Zhush. Like, I don't know. It's Linux. I don't even call it Arch most of the time. I just run Linux. And then if people are like, what distro? Then I get into some of it. I don't know. It's a weird thing. To me, I couldn't even tell you the whole tool chain that I use. You guys, I'm not very good at social medias. Anyways, see you guys. Thank you, and I'll see you guys later.